Okay, I'm just gonna give you some video feedback for Lab 10. This is Group 7. So I wanted to just talk about some of the things that I'm seeing in your lab, so I hopefully can help you in your next assignment. So your topic sentence, I think I would make that a little bit more writing more professional. It sounds a little bit more like a story, like knowing you have a busy day, you know, that kind of thing. I would probably make it more, you know, like I said, more professional. So thinking about the literature, thinking about what you're trying to say. Yours is about sleep procrastination. And so you may say, you know, individuals have a tendency to procrastinate sleep in, you know, specific kinds of ways, and you want to kind of reach into the literature to make a you know, have an argument or a stance on that, and have support from that from the literature. So I would probably change that a little bit, just, you know, in that way, and keep it very scientific writing and very professional. And then your short summary that you have, you're, you know, looking to kind of find a correlation between sleep procrastination and technology use. I think that some of your resources here, they don't tell me a whole lot just in terms of how it relates specifically. So I think maybe full sentences where you're kind of starting would have helped. Limited resource helps with self-control. I'm not sure what that means or how that relates to sleep procrastination. Training may be advised. I'm not sure. Again, that kind of goes into another topic, because you're really wanting to look at the literature related to procrastinating sleep and how technology can lend itself well for that. And so that's what you want to be looking at. So this one, bedtime procrastination, is more common among evening type adolescents. So that's now introducing, you know, a whole nother topic. So is it going to be different for different kinds of people? And is that something you're looking at in your study? Or are you, you know, again, this is one semester. And so you might want to kind of pare that down and just, you know, talk about sleep procrastination and whether it's common, and whether if there's literature that talks about the use of electronics lending itself to sleep procrastination, if that's one of the reasons why, or if that's one of the methods how people do it. Then you have talking about sleep deprivation. Parents need to regulate their teens. So again, these are all kind of different topics. Your background should really support your hypothesis, and it should demonstrate some of the gaps in the literature to lead to what it is you want to study. And so if there's any background that would suggest that there's that sleep procrastination is I don't know what the word is, like if it's mediated, I guess, by the use of technology, that's kind of the stuff you want to see. These other kinds of topics were children versus adolescents, you know, and parental kind of behavior. Those all are different variables. And then you've got also health issues, you know, so I mean, these are all different topics, and you can include some of these, but you have to be very mindful on what you're including and how does that relate specifically to your hypotheses. Health outcomes, again, another one. And then let's see, people who watch TV. Now, so that one I think really does sort of talk about your procrastination. So it's the link between technology and procrastinating sleep. And so this third body does seem like it relates better. Procrastination with media does not seem to affect total sleep time, but hinders the onset. Again, that kind of looks at specifically what it is you're looking at. So some of those I think are good. And then you've got gaps that previous studies are unable to measure the causal factors, and that's difficult because there's always other variables, and more research is needed looking at bedtime procrastination. I'm not sure if you're looking at a causal study or if you're doing a correlational study, so you may not want to talk about the gaps being causal if your study is not going to be causal. And again, you have one semester, and you're going to have to really think about how are we going to launch the study. Is it going to be surveys? You know, what kinds of things are you going to use to operationalize your topic? So you want to look at the role between sleep procrastination and technology. So again, that sounds more correlational. So I think, again, you have a very good start, but I think there's a few things you might want to just, kind of attend to in your background. Okay.